Hi, you guys. Welcome to Elena for Crafts. So this is the tutorial for the envelope. There is other tutorials if you want to check it out. But since I had created one, this is a requested tutorial, which I do want to go ahead and share. I was going to share it on Instagram, but I thought this will be better for the time, and so you can watch it anytime you want. So, so you know what I'm getting to. I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like once it's put together. So, here it is. Here's one that I'm working on. It's not done yet, but these are all envelopes. So these are I used the vellum envelopes from Tuesday morning, and then I added some, sorry for the shakiness. I have the holder right here. So, and then that's what it looks like. You see the vellum envelopes. And then you see the tassels I added and the pink trim, and as you can see there. So that's one of them that I'm still working on. And then the next one, I created some small ones. And so this one I made with the small envelope maker. And so I did these little ones, because you can also make any size you want. Decorated it, and they're all envelopes, so you can add anything in there, like little journal cards, embellishments, a note, or anything. And you can use all your scraps, because all this is just from my scraps and stuff that I used up. Let's see. So that's what I did with this one. And so that's the next one that I did. And so what I want to show you is how you can put it together. So you can use any size envelopes. This is not the first time that I am creating this like idea and such, because you can find this anywhere. So this is just how you can put them together. You can find tutorials on Pinterest. You can Google it here on YouTube. So, I mean, you can find this pretty much all over the place. So to make books out of envelopes. So I'm going to show you how I do mine. So I have 3 envelopes here. And these are for the, I think it's 5x7 or 4x6 envelopes. Don't remember, but this was in the package. So I'm going to go ahead and use these envelopes. So let me go ahead and show you how I do that. Okay. All right. Okay. So what you do is you're going to slide in the other envelope sleeves, and this is exactly how you will be doing it. So you're going to add it in there, and there is your first, there you go. Make sure it's all lined up, and as you can see, there it is. And then all you do is you can cut up some cardstock, any kind of design that you may have. Let me show you an example. So let's say if I was going to do this color, I line it up, cut it, trim it, and that can be the front. Or I can do this one and add that on top, and you line it up on the front. That'll be your cardstock. And then here, if you want to add some cardstock, you'll just have to trace it and cut it down. Or you can add little pieces to make kind of like a collage, and just make sure you leave this open So just that way you can slide some things in there. The same thing here, and then the back, you can cover the back any way you want, whatever theme you're doing. So to make it, if you're thinking, well, how do you make them like stay, like they don't move? Well, I'm going to show you that. Another thing that I do sometimes is I trim this. I will trim it diagonally on here too. So when you close it, it doesn't bend, and it gives you room where you can go ahead and open this and then slide some things in there. So let me give you just kind of a, so I just cut it diagonally that way. Oops. And let me go ahead. That way I can show you exactly how I do it. You don't have to do it this way. This is just how I do it. Like I said, there's a lot of tutorials. Okay. So as you can see, I trimmed it. Sorry, my phone. Okay. There, and then there. So you can trim it just so that you can open it with no problem. This is the little bit that I trimmed it, because it's kind of hard to show on white paper. And then as you slide it in, you see, you can't tell much. Wait, hold on a minute. Sorry, you guys. Oh, I need to trim that too. Hold on a minute. So you can trim it any way you want. It depends what projects or what kind of book that you want to create. These are great for any junk journal, anything like that. So if you slide it in like that, you see, you'll still have room. So how you seal it is, what I do, you add adhesive right here. It can be, what do you call that? Any kind of adhesive, double-sided tape, anything that you might have, that you want to use, or how you use your adhesive. So I'm just going to use my glue stick here, and then I will show you exactly how I slide that in. And that's how I do my envelope books. As you can see, I make a variety. If you've been with me long enough, you know that I make a lot of journals. I have been doing that for about, let's say about, oh God, maybe, I've been working with journals almost 10 years. But creating my own journals, I've been doing for 6 years. So as you know, as time goes by, if you go back to my videos, you will see a variety of journals that I've created. And for the past 4 years, I've been doing my birthday books, where I make a book every year. I've also did fall, kind of like a daily December. I've done fall one. I've done December daily. I do one every year as well. So I'll be making a Christmas daily December. I will be doing that. And so I make a variety of books. Like this one I did out of the children's books. The golden books that my dear friend has sent to me, Carol. Hi, Carol. And so I make books out of them, and there's so many tutorials on how to create those. So, so yeah, you can go check those out if you're into making, or you want to make your first junk journal or anything like that. So I will, let me get this, see if I'm trying to, okay, there we go. So I will add one of the links that I totally love when anytime I want to get inspired to do a journal, or I feel like I want to create something to add in my journal and I don't know where to go from there, or just to get inspired, I will add her link. And oh my God, I suggest you go check out her video because she has tons of different things that she creates. She also sells her kits as well, very reasonable. So you can go check that out. And if you sign up in her blog, you also get freebies, which I love her freebies because I always look forward to them. I will print them off and I will use them in my journal book. So many ways that you can do your books. You don't actually have to go out and buy things. A lot of stuff that I use in my books, I have here, unless I need flowers or something. But like on this book, the only thing that I think I used to what I bought is this. And then I think just the paper, and that's it at Hobby Lobby. But everything else I had, and this, sorry. Oh my gosh, you guys, did I give you a headache? Oh my God, are you still with me? I'm sorry, but it happens. So, okay, so let me just go ahead and get started because I know I'm just saying, what happened? I thought you were going to show what you were showing and then you just got off topic. Well, that does happen here, so bear with me. Okay, so now that I already added the glue, all you're going to do is slide it in here. See all the glue? You're going to slide it in here and make sure it's all lined up, okay? Okay. So, hold on a minute. Oh, I was supposed to turn it around. Sorry, you guys. I guess the talking got me off. So you turn it around. Let me do that again because I don't know. I didn't show that. Do apologize for that. Trying to show you how to do it, not confuse you. So there's the adhesive. You're going to turn it around. Add it in there. Slide it in there. Make sure it's even, okay, on the lines because you want to make sure that you can still flip it. It's kind of hard to do it on here because you're supposed to line it. Once you line it, then you just go like that, and then that will dry, and then that'll be your book, as you can see. Look. So we're going to add this one on here, and I'm going to show you how to do that one again, just so I don't confuse you. I can tend to do that. Okay, and this flap here, you can either trim it or keep it on there, and just you can add adhesive and you can slide something in there. So I usually wait on that before I decide if I'm gonna cut it. Okay, so you slide in the other envelope, and you got to see if you need to trim right here. So you got to see like, okay, I think I'm going to trim it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to trim it. And let's see here. So like if I trim it, I should have added my phone on the other side because then you can see my table and it's easier for me to show you that way. I'll do that next time. You see? So you're going to trim that off. Let me cut that off. I just wanted to show you so that way it gives you an idea and say, okay, I can do it that way too. Or you can just do it any way you want. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. It's just, this is how I do mine. Okay. So as you can see in here, as you see, it's trimmed and trimmed here. So all you're going to do is add adhesive on the flap and then do it even. Make sure it's even, okay? lined up, I mean. And then you add your adhesive, and there you go. So let me add the adhesive in here so we can do that again. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to do the glossy accent just to make it easier so I'm not shaking the table. So, okay. So make sure you look at it to make sure where you have to put it, the adhesive, because sometimes I forget. So I added the glossy accent. I love when I get a full glossy accent. I use it all the time for my embellishments. Okay, let me open this here. So you're going to slide it in there. So let's do that. Make sure it's even. And close it down. And once it dries, it will get real sturdy once it dries. So there's the first page. Here's the second one and third one. Now, on these right here, if you wanted to cover, like let's say, oh, I would like to cover it. How do I do it with the flap without not covering the flap? Because sometimes I will forget and you're doing it and then you're just like, oh my God, I just covered it. How did that happen? So I'm going to show you, okay? Now, you can also use your scraps as well, okay? Because I've done that. So if I use that like that, hold on, let me grab a drink because I'm talking a lot. Excuse me. You can add any kind of paper. You know, if you just want to do a solid color, you can do that as well. Let me do a solid one. That'll be easier. So I can just show you. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Let me get two of them. I love this paper. It's this one by Adenum and Pearls from Paper Studio. I love that one. I was making cards with that. Okay, so here's two of them. So you can do it like this, just add it on there. And then you can trim right here, just trim it just a little bit. And then add it on there. And remember, all you have to glue down just for now is this right here. That's all you have to glue down. And you know what? Let me show you, okay? So, I know when other people show me, I'm like, okay, I would like to see you do it to give me an idea if that's how it's supposed to look when I do it, you know? So, even though it's just pretty easy of just layering the paper, but I always just like to see how the other person does it. It just gives me ideas of how I want to do mine. Of course, everybody's different. Everybody's not the same. And that's an awesome quality that we all have, you know? Okay. I'm using the double-sided tape for this one. Okay. So as you can see, that's what I'm doing. And let me make sure. Let's see. Because I think I added some where I wasn't supposed to add. Okay. Hold on a minute. Because remember, you don't want to cover the where you want to add goodies in or journal cards or anything like that. You don't want to cover this. You want to leave that open as possible. So that's what I did without noticing until I was like, oh, wait a minute, I just covered that. So, okay, so you want to remember that when you're covering your envelopes. So as you can see, I didn't add any here. I only added there. So you're going to grab it and you are going to line it like that, like I just did. So like if you want to add something on top or any kind of embellishment, you'll get where I'm going with this. So as you can see, you only line that up, right? So the only thing you will have to do is add adhesive right here and some right here. And that way you make sure you don't cover the whole thing, right? And another thing you can do is trim that edge. And that way, if that bothers you, you know what I mean? If you just want it just plain like that, you can do that too. So let me show you exactly what I mean. So I'm going to trim it exactly where, because sometimes we don't want that showing. We just want a straight line. That way it's just easier to add things in there. And anything you want to add, like journal cards, stickers, a note, or anything like that, you can do that. So, and you can add like pockets like that if you want to. Okay, now that I did that, as you can see, there's no flap in here. You can also do that too. And there's your pocket. Let me make sure. Let's see. So you'll just add a little bit of adhesive there and a little bit in there. After you do that, then you got your pocket and you got your first one covered. You see? And then you just repeat it on here, and by the time you know it, you have it all covered. And then just cover the front, and then if you want to keep it, if you don't, you can trim this off, and there's your little book. So you can make your book just like that. You can add pockets. Another thing that I love using is my scissors. I love these. I always keep these on hand and right here in my toolbox because I always use these for my cards and different things like that because I love making cards as well. So, and soon I gotta do some fall cards. So hopefully I can do that for you guys as well. So I hope this helps you out. I know Rosa wanted me to show her how to do these envelope books. So I hope this helped you out, girl. And for anybody else that is interested in making these kind of books. Because they're very easy, so easy to make. And you can make all kinds of things. And they're great for Happy Mail. They're great for all kinds of stuff like that. Especially the holidays coming up. You can do Halloween books. You can do fall books. I mean, so much, right? Okay, so I hope this helped you out, girl. I will talk to you in my next video. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment. And I will leave that link that I told you about so you can go check out her videos and get inspired as well. Because sharing is caring, you guys. Okay, so I will talk to you in my next video. Bye, you guys. And real quick, I didn't forget about some things that I'm going to share with you about what kind of stuff that you can add in your junk journals and how you can get it. Okay, you guys, I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.